how are you all? I hope you are fine by following SMS method. What is SMS? Sanitizer, mask and social. Okay. Today let us start online class on government budget. Where did you heard this word budget? Yes, you might have heard in different places. Now let us take one example. You might have heard first at home. Who is using this word? Either father or mother. Why they could use this word? Because to maintain financial matters at home. On which item they supposed to spend more money, on which item they have to curb expenditure, minimize expenditure. These are all to be done by either father or mother. So how they could able to spend money? Based on their income. So that to spend any amount on different purposes, they could make one financial statement, that is called budget. So they are expecting how much to be expended out of income, that is anticipated financial statement based on income and expense. Same way this budget could be used in various places, everywhere where all financial spending can be done, there we could see this word. Example, in marriages, when we want to do any marriage party or functions or naming ceremony, we could use this word. Before they could spend money, they are making one statement based on anticipated spendings, expenditure and income. So same way government is also using this budget. Why they are using, making this financial statement? Number one reason, because on economic infrastructure expenditure, social infrastructure expenditure and as well as social welfare. So people, are we depending on only on our family? No, we are depending, we are staying in a society, so that we are depending on government welfare. So government, on government, so that government is also wanted to spend some sort of money to various expenditure like economic infrastructure as well as social infrastructure. Now, is this called as a exactly financial statement? No, it is not a financial statement. It is a financial statement based on income and expenditure of a country. When it exceeds income, what will happen? Surplus budget will happen. When it decreases income, it will be called as a deficit. When it balanced to income and expenditure, that is called balanced. That is all types of budget. Later let us discuss in detail about types of budget. So now, did you understood the meaning of budget? Yes, meaning of budget is very easy. It is a financial statement of anticipated revenue of a country and expenditure of a country. When it exceeds expenditure than income, when expenditure exceeds, suddenly something happened to roads or some, as you know, corona affected, because of that many people lost their jobs, so the government is spending lot of money on social welfare by uh, by supplying ration, by giving treatment. These are all the extra additional expenditure who should bear? Ultimately government only. In that situation, how government can manage money? Simply by taking loan from different institutional sources, like by taking from World Bank, IMF, or by taking public debt. I mean, by calling shares to public shares to public. These are all types of sources where government can manage money. So that to manage money, it is very important. Now let us see important features of budget. So it is a not a financial statement, it is a estimated financial statement. We are expecting some source of income and expenditure. In what way we government can get income, in what way it is going to spend, that could be estimated, that could be estimated as well as expected. So it is a estimated financial statement. Very good. Next, when it is going to prepare? Every year it is going to prepare in the month of Feb, last week. Why it is going to prepare in the last week of February? Simply to implement in the financial, it has to take, it will take 1 month to get approval from parliament, so that every year February month it is going to prepare. So to whom it will, it should get approval? Ultimately parliament. Before parliament, after preparing, it is going to submit, present before parliament to get approval. After get approval, it is going to implement in the financial year April 1st to March 31st. As you know, this financial year will be going to start in the month of April 1st to March 31st. Under that year, some source of income will be estimated and some sources of some estimated expenditure will be done. This is all about important feature. Last one, all levels. Under the central government cannot be prepared each and every village of a country. At the same time, village cannot be prepared entire country estimated statement. So that under different levels called central, state and local. Every levels it is going to prepare. Ultimately, in this chapter, we are going to learn about central budget. It is also called union budget. This is all about government budget features. Now, let us see why it is going to prepare. What is the main objective of preparing budget? First one, reallocation of resources. What is meant by reallocation? Available resources which is going to use from one use to another use. As you know, government having a right to impose taxes. How government can get income? In the next topic, we are going to study about the sources of revenue. Before that, now let us see some one important word called tax concessions. So, tax is compulsory payment laid by people to the government without expecting any direct benefit. Why we have to pay tax? Because it is our duty to pay tax to the government because we are living in the country. So, based on the tax only, government can spend on various social welfare programs. It can be undertake social welfare programs to our people of a country, so that it requires some income. That income is generated from people. Now, some concession will be given, subsidies will be given by the government. Is this expenditure to the country or income of a country? Yes, subsidy is a expenditure to the country. It is direct benefit given to the producer by the government to the producer. So producer will get benefited by taking financial support from the government, so that for government it is expenditure, at the same time for public or producer it is a income. So why it is providing subsidies and tax benefit concessions? Because to encourage people to produce more and more goods which is useful to the country. At the same time, some goods which cannot be undertaken by the private sector will be produced by government, because to produce some goods it requires lot of capital that cannot be borne by private people. They cannot undertake this much of high capital. Sufficient capital cannot be brought by private people, so that heavy investment capital production will be undertaken by government. So tax concession, subsidies, these are all one of the important expenditure done by government to encourage producers, which is useful to the society. At the same time, it is imposing more tax on harmful goods. Why it is imposing? Which are type of harmful goods which hazards to the health? Those type of goods can be called as a hazard goods, which is harmful to our health. On that goods, it is imposing more taxes, because to discourage people to use the more and more that type of goods. Example, as you know, cigarettes, liquors, etc., drugs, etc. So by that, government can discourage people to use more and more that type of goods. That is one objective of preparing budget. Next one, reducing inequalities and income and wealth. As you know, somewhere people can live in a rich manner, some people are in a poor share. Why it is will be happen? Because of income, because their knowledge and their ability. So government having one objective to bring all the people in same platform. How? They are imposing more taxes on one who earns more money, they will get more taxes on their income. One who earns less money, having less tax on their income. Usually this year they have made tax free income up to everywhere. Every year it will be revised based on objective of a budget. It is going to revise taxation slabs on different incomes. In income topic, let us discuss that topic in detail, so that those who are earning more income can pay taxes to government. More percentage will be paid to the government, so that government can earn more revenue from rich people. At the same time, that amount will be redistributed among the poor people by providing all rations through PDS. It is supplying the necessary goods and providing old age pension, handicapped pension, many more schemes will be provided, so that everyone can come under social welfare. Number 3, economic stability. As you know, prices depending upon market situation, it may decreases or increase due to what we can call forces of demand and supply. The price will be fluctuated. To bring into same direction, to bring in a stability, it is going to control prices under budget by making tax instruments, by making different tools like open market operations, bank rate, and by making CRR. This will be, I think you might have heard, these are all words under central government. Again I am going to repeat these words: bank rate and marginal requirements. Next, open market operations. These are all the quantitative, qualitative techniques will be used by central government to bring inflation under same stability. So what is under inflation? Inflation is simple. Why the prices will be increases day by day? Because of having more demand on goods and service. So that why people are demanding? Because money supply is increasing. Everyone having now, because of corona, money supply has been decreased. But before corona, you might have observed many people having lot of money to spend on different goods, so that on different goods, demand for goods and services will be increased. Based on demand, the prices will be increases under forces of demand and supply. These are all I taught in first year. Once again you revise that forces of demand and supply, so that based on this tech instrument, the prices is continuously goes on increases. To bring down the prices of goods and services, again government will interfere by making correct budget to bring economic stability. Next, management of public enterprise. As already I said, all production cannot be done by all type of goods. Production cannot be done by private people, because it requires lot of technology and lot of money to maintain this financial financial matter. So that sometimes government is also wanted to provide some good goods or necessary goods to the public at a very reasonable price, so that it is spending money on establishment of more and more enterprises under public sector. We have two sectors: one is public sector and private sector. Public sector is a sector where all enterprises will be run, managed, controlled by government. Private sector are mainly managed and controlled by private people. Last one, economic growth. So economic growth can be achieved only, government can be achieved through only savings and investment. So consumption everyone can do, consumption can be done, but the growth of a country, GDP, can be increased only through savings, and only when we have saved. Then what is meant by save? Save is some portion of the income which is spent in the future, or saving is a part of the income which is not spending at present and keeping aside for the future expenditure. When people are, when it can be done, when we sacrifice our consumption, we could able to save some sort of money. Where we are investing that money? Ultimately in producing units, so that saving can be converted into investment. When investment and saving can be done by people, it is encouraging the people directly. It won't come to our home to make us to save. It is encouraging by reducing rate of of interest or increasing rate of interest. How? When we want the government need more money, in the sense it is going to increase the rate of interest, so that it is encouraging people to save their more and more money in banks. Again, banks, are they keeping all saved money in their treasury? No, it is going to spend on it is going to give loans and to various producing units. Again, producing units going to give more and more employment opportunity by producing more output. In the same way, people again they will get employment opportunity, so that growth can be seen under different angles. So these are all some of the objectives where government is going to prepare budget. Then what is meant by budget? Lastly, let us conclude this topic. Budget is an anticipated financial statement on revenue and expenditure of a country. Thank you, students. Now let us, after this, let us discuss about components of budget. Next topic, structure or components of budget. One and the same. Components is different types of budget. We have, so budget includes income and expenditure. Already I said about everything about budget. Includes not only expenditure, not only income. It includes both receipts in the sense revenue and expenditure. So today only let us finish up to budget receipts. Next class, under budget receipts, capital receipts, let us discuss next day. Okay. In budget receipts, again we have two types. One is revenue receipts and capital receipts. Again in revenue receipts we have two types. One is tax revenue and second one is non-tax revenue. Next one, in under tax revenue we have two types, direct tax and in detail let us discuss one by one. So here types of budget we have two types. One is budget receipt. Budget receipts are the money income, money receipts which is received by the government under different sources is called budget receipts. Now let us see which are the two types. We have revenue receipts and capital. We have one formula about revenue receipts. Keep in mind this formula because very important. Until unless keeping this formula, you cannot give any reasons based on this topic. You cannot give answer to the question based on this topic. Now let us see what is revenue receipt. Revenue receipts are the receipts or income which is neither creates liability or it reduces asset. It is neither creates liability, means it is not going to increase the liability of a country. So this is a recurring income sources which a government accrues. At the same time, it is not going to reduce assets, means it is not selling any assets of a government, like selling buildings, selling government shares, selling gold cannot be done by the government. It is a recurring receipts which is estimated by the government. I hope you might have understood this revenue receipts. Only simple keep in mind, the revenue receipts neither creates liability nor reduces. Example, take your home only. Every month we are getting salary. Out of salary only we are spending on different purposes. So are this creating any liability? No, money is flowing but it is not creating any liability. Are you sold anything to get that money? No, nothing you sold to get a money. But here it is a flow income which is regular income. How parents will get, same way government also gets regular income under different sources. Now let us see which are the sources we have. We have tax revenue source and non-tax. First let us thorough about tax revenue. What is meant by tax? Very simple. It is a responsibility of a citizen of a country. It is a compulsory payment to the government without expecting anything from government. Example, when you go to shop, you think by spending your money you will get something. Same way, when you go to cinema hall, when you watching cinema, before you could watch you have to take one ticket. By spending that money you will get one entertainment. Same way, when you want to travel somewhere you have to book travels or ticket, then only you can travel. But here not like that. By paying tax you cannot get any direct benefit. Why we have to pay? Again question arises, why we have to pay? Because this is one of our obligation to the government, because government has to spend on various purposes, so that indirectly we are giving our contribution to the government. Directly we are giving under different heads, we need to pay. By contributing by the public to the government, again government is spending money on for us only, so that it is a duty to the people, the duty of a people to pay tax to the government, because we are living in the country. We do have right to live in the country, we do have right to get married in the country, we do have right to get educated. At the same time we have a responsibility and right to pay the tax. This is the reason, main reason why we need to pay the tax. So in a tax it is compulsory, you might understood this word. So in a tax revenue, it is all revenue which is earned under tax receipts by direct or indirect. Now let us see what is meant by direct tax. Direct tax is a tax which is directly paid by same person, and burden is borne by same person. One who is not paying means the burden cannot be borne. Whereas indirect, now let us discuss direct tax. Example, when one who have a income, they have to pay the tax. That is called income tax. One who have a 10 building, they have to pay the wealth tax. One who have a 1 kg gold, they have to pay the wealth tax. Same way, service, one who have possessed some income, they need to pay directly to the government. Who is burning that burden? Ultimately same person, one who is paying to the government and one who is undertaking burden. So example, I think you might have understood. Am I clear this topic? One is a person, one who pays tax to the government has to borne the same burden. That type of tax is called direct tax. Direct tax is a tax which is borne and paid by same person. Simple meaning. So what are the examples of direct tax? Here example, many are there. Now 2 or 3 let us discuss. Number 1, income tax. You might have heard this word everywhere. Our parents and myself, many people are paying tax to the government on based on our income. But this year they have made 5 lakhs, up to 5 lakhs they need to pay tax. Above 5 lakhs only we should pay tax to the government. Why? Because to know the real income of a people, government has increased limit of a income. After that, more than 5 lakhs, the difference about extra income and 5 lakhs, we need to pay tax. Every year it will be revised. Next year again, at the time of your examination, again budget will be prepared, and this taxation also will be going to revise. Wealth tax, income tax, fringe benefit tax, service tax, these are all taxes. Entertainment tax, these are all taxes is going to come under this head. This direct tax cannot be shifted from Sri Devi to other person or to my husband. Take any example from one person to the example, if I am paying 2000 as a tax to the government, it cannot be borne by other person, say you or my husband or anyone. Same way I cannot take other people's burden to my head, because they have to pay, because they are earning money, they do have more buildings or wealth, so that they supposed to pay tax to the government. It cannot be shifted. That is a main differences between indirect tax and direct tax. I think you might have understood. I hope all are understood this direct tax. Am I clear? Now let us move on to indirect tax. Indirect tax is very simple. A tax which is paid by someone but borne by some other person. One who uses goods and services, they are burning, or burden is going to take one who consume that goods and services. You might have observed that word including of all taxes on goods and services. Usually this will be imposed on goods and services. This includes tax. Then who will pay that tax to the government on behalf of public, or behalf of consumer? Ultimately producer is going to pay taxes to the government and the tax amount will be added on the MRP. MRP. These taxes will be added on MRP. One who uses that goods will be going to take burden of paying tax, but directly we are not going to income tax department to pay 2 rupees tax, 3 rupees tax. Based on behalf of us, producer is going to pay taxes. This is the main differences between direct tax and indirect taxes. These taxes will be shifted from one person to another person, because producer is going to shift burden to producer part to consumer part. One who consumes the goods only will be related to the tax. One who is not related that item, we are not bothering about paying tax. But here one who gets income, they are supposed to pay tax. Example, liquor or cigarettes you take. Are we using? When we use, the tax will be borne by user. When we are not using, why we need to take burden? Same way, indirect tax cannot be related to one who are not using. Same way, one who are using books, pens, and travels, one who are traveling, they are all comes under indirect tax payers only, because we are make use of services as well as example. One more example we can understand. When we are recharging our mobiles, immediately are we getting full talk time? Sometimes we will get full time, but usually for 100 rupees, when we recharge, it will get recharged 82. Remaining, where it will go? It will go to the income tax department. On behalf of us, producer is going to pay the taxes. That is indirectly we are paying, because we are using different networks called Airtel, Jio, etc. I think you might have understood this tax revenue. So once again I am repeating, revenue receipts formula, it neither creates liability or reduces assets. Asset means it is not going to reduces our asset value. By selling that, we are not getting any money. We are getting regular income by giving services or by selling something. This is the formula of revenue receipts. Now let us see non-tax revenue. Under revenue receipts only, we are going to get non-tax revenue is that revenue which is not comes under the head of tax. It is not compulsory. It is one who have related, they are supposed to pay. Now other than taxes, what all government gets income, now let us see. Number one, interest. When a central government gives loans to the state government or local self government, in return it will get back money with interest. That is one interest where government get revenue. That is one way where government can get revenue. Next one, profits and dividends. So government is also running some different public sector enterprises. By that it is serving many, it is producing goods and services and serving many things to the public. By that it will get some profits. Example, railway, you know, BHEL, BSNL, many example, LIC we can say. Some examples where it is running under government control. By that it will, by deducting all the expenditure, some profits will be remained at the end of the year. That is some revenue to the government. By that it can be used for the welfare of a country. Number 3, fees. What is number fees? Fees is a one payment made by the public when it you get some services from the government. Suppose when we want to make a birth certificate, death certificate, or driving license, or some registration, trademark, or FSSI license, or what we can call shop license, we are supposed to pay, or a mutation of a land, or transformation, transfer what affidavit of a participant. These are all to get services from the government. We need to pay some nominal fees to the government. Why? Because it is a cost of recurring services provided by government to the public. That is one income to the government. Be free, at free of cost, and nobody will give services. So that government is also charges some fees by providing all necessary requirement services to the public. I think understood fees as example, birth certificate, death certificate, registration, trade registration, shop registration, proprietorship registration, partnership registration, partnership deed. These are all some examples we could say. Number 3, license fee. License, what is meant by license? Before take up fee, let us see what is license. License is a permission provided by government to make some act is called as a license. To drive car, to drive four-wheeler, to drive two-wheeler, we need some permission. Based on condition, government is going to give permission. Same way to run shop, we need shop license. To get our trademark to be registered, so we need some license. To produce some food items, we need food license. So to get the permission, we supposed to pay some nominal fees to the government. That is one of the income. Same with fines and penalty. When we are paying the fines and penalty, exam, when you are going, your teacher is going to give punishment when you are not doing homework, when you are not in a proper way. Definitely, your teacher or anybody, somebody, they may impose fine or some penalty or some punishment. Same way, when we are riding in wrong direction, government given some correct direction to ride two-wheeler or four-wheeler, etc. Same way, when we are not following the rules, we are supposed to be penalized or punished by the government by imposing some fees. That is also one of the income. Suppose when we through court, we are going to pay that fees and penalty. These are some examples. Same way, gifts and grants. If gift, what is meant by gift? Gift is a one contribution made by some country to the some country to country, or country to state government, or state government to local government. Same way, grants. When something happened to the country, like natural calamities or some this one diseases, or something happen war during war times, some amount will be required by each and every government in the world. Same way, each and every government is going to help to each other to make a harmony among all the countries in the world. Same way, at that moment, it may get some receipts or money to run the administration of a country. That is also comes under, it is not a compulsory, it is some gift made by government to government, or government to state government. That is also comes under non-tax. Last one, escheats. Escheats is very very important, where tax revenue, escheats is very very important part. It is one of the claim made by government, one who died without having any legal heirs or any uh, will, one who have doesn't having any daughter or son, or if they are not, if they didn't write any wills in the name of any other person, that unknown property is going to transfer to the government. This is very important. Some major portion of the land, one who doesn't having heirs and legal son or daughter, is transferred to government property. This is also one of the revenue which is used for many purposes. Thank you, students. So today revise all these formulas. Tomorrow let us discuss about capital receipts. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.